Yeah, subhanAllah, I'll ask you a question. What does a shepherd do? Now you'd say, okay, he tends to his flock. This is correct. But then what is it a shepherd cannot do? Everything other than tending to their flock, right? They have to make sure 100% all the time that their flock is being taken care of, it's well maintained, it's looked after, and it's protected at all times. If the shepherd looks away, the flock is subject to the wolves. If the shepherd falls asleep, a wolf is going to come in. If the shepherd looks at another shepherd and says, look at that guy. How come his farm is ABC? How come he's asleep on the job? How come he's not taking care of his sheep? If a shepherd gets distracted by something else, says, oh wow, look at this thing I found on the ground. What's going to happen to his sheep? And so subhanAllah, there's a hadith from the Rasulullah ﷺ. He says, وَكُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولًا عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. Each one of you is a shepherd, and you are each responsible for your flock. Now, how can I fulfill that responsibility if I'm busy criticizing somebody else, if I'm sleeping on the job, if I'm not paying attention? Because the second I look away, just to criticize another group, right? To criticize a leader, to criticize a person, to criticize an ideology, to criticize a race, an ethnicity, whatever the case is, whatever it is I'm criticizing, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. If I'm doing that, I'm not looking after my flock. And so who's going to take care of them? The wolves come in. And so the idea behind this is that we need to focus on what we have responsibility over and not focus our time and efforts on criticizing others. Oh, that leader, these Muslims, those guys, that group. Well, what did you do? When you're busy saying those comments, when you're busy researching criticisms, when you're busy looking at the negatives that others are doing, you have left your flock exposed to those negatives, because you are not sitting there protecting it, you're not feeding it, you're not nurturing it, you're not watching it grow and making sure that nothing comes in at all times. That's your and my job as a shepherd, as the hadith says, وَكُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولًا عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. You are each shepherds. You have a job, you have a responsibility to take care of your flock. SubhanAllah, we need to understand that we should not engage and waste our time in criticizing other shepherds, in criticizing how they manage their affairs. Oh, look at that family. Oh, look at that group. Oh, my friend did so and so. That's terrible. How could they even think like that? Focus on yourself and your flock. And subhanAllah, that is our responsibility and that is our duty. If we can understand that, we can start to see an improvement in society rather than sitting there and focusing on the negatives and the criticisms of others. Barakallah fikum. May Allah grant us wisdom. Salam.